here at Blue Lock, I'm a systems engineer. Primary responsibilities are sort of the virtualization environment itself, and then sort of the add-on applications that we manage along with that. I'd say probably the most challenging sort of heavily client impacting problem that I worked on was we had a DRAS client come on out at our facility in Vegas that was a very large disaster recovery client. They were having some issues with the cross connects for coming into our environment. So we got on the phone. We were on the phone with all the implementation folks, the project management people, but we had their technical networking folks on the call, and they were having issues with communication between our switches and theirs, essentially. And ultimately, the issue was a spanning tree misconfiguration on their side, but because we were all in, a web share and looking and digging through it, we were able to identify the spanning tree issue and get it fixed on the call, which the call really wasn't designed as a troubleshooting call, but became a troubleshooting call because of the folks who were on the call. They were stoked, they were ecstatic that, because they weren't anticipating it actually being fixed. They were looking to define a problem statement and that sort of thing, and instead we solved the issue and started replication before the meeting was over. I think one of the biggest problems being a disaster recovery business is that clients tend to put disaster recovery on the back burner. It's one of those things where it's used a lot as a checkbox, or it's a mandated thing that they don't necessarily have the resources or the ability to focus on it as a primary responsibility. So what ends up happening is it takes second fiddle to some sort of revenue generating issue. So it's sort of, for us, one of the challenges is being that expertise for them, but also working through understanding that a lot of times we're not, our work isn't necessarily their top priority, but they want it done, obviously. Primarily it's the people, it really is. Specifically on the engineering team, it's not a very big team of folks, but it's the smartest, most consolidated group of people that I've ever been around. Of the team, there are literally 3 like Mensa quality geniuses on the team, and I would never tell those guys that, but I mean it's the truth. They're really really brilliant people that have just solved some really strange, off the wall sort of issues, and they're pretty impressive. It's a great group of folks, and it's not just the engineering team. It's sort of across the board, but obviously my focus is in engineering, so